They're running in the All-American Futurity and
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Triple Crown Report from Ruidoso Downs Racetrack. I'm Tim Keithley in the Hall of Fame studios. Happy that you're joining us as we take a look at the Rainbow, Futurity, Oaks, and Derby on a fantastic weekend of racing. The Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Lip Chip, Royal Vista Ranch, and the AQHA. We'll be joined by Tom Dawson when we come back, and we'll tell you all about the Rainbow when the Triple Crown Report continues.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American quarter horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Triple Crown Report. Tom Dawson joins me in the Hall of Fame studios. Tom, what a weekend.
Well, we had some great trial races, and for both the Futurity and the Derby, some outstanding performances.
And probably the strongest of all was in the fourth race on Friday, Dark Enemy. Is this the horse to beat?
She was the horse to beat. I thought going in, I watched her win the Remington Park Futurity for fun. She won her Ruidoso trial nicely, and she was devastating here on Rainbow Trial Day.
Here's Robert Fox with the call.
$1 million Rainbow Futurity. Locked up, set for the fourth. They're running. Breaking out a little bit. Maximum bumped into Wired 440, but Wired 440 got away fast. Dark Enemy to the outside. Wired 440 shifting ground. At the rail comes Scream Machine in a nice debut. Then Maximum, but Dark Enemy has the overdrive going in the Jets, and Dark Enemy crushes this field. Dark Enemy.
You can tell by those late strides just how fast Dark Enemy is. And three qualifiers out of that race. Francisco Calderon had a big weekend.
I tell you, out of that race, Scream Machine is a horse to watch for the future. That was actually his first lifetime start. He was scratched at the gate in the Ruidoso trials, and I think he's got a bright future.
And then we continue with the Calderon show with race 14. Train Station V was the big winner. Here's Robert.
Middle leg in quarter horse racing's Triple Crown Series set for the 14th. They're running. Slow into stride, cool in capo. Fast break, but drifting out was RB Legacy. It's RB Legacy. Train Station V now up to challenge. Outside of them, Lethal Cartel favorite. Then at the rail, Ziggy's Cartel. Train Station V is swept on by. Train Station V wins going away. Then a photo of a closing Lethal.
So speaking with Francisco Calderon after the race, I said, so which horse you going to pick? And he says, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, Train Station V had trouble in his first start as well, so that was really the first time that he'd run all the way down the racetrack. Interesting future there, too.
And then we go to race 6 with Mighty Relentless.
Set for trial 6 on day 1 for the Rainbow Futurity. They're running. RJ having fun. Off a step slow, floated out, trying to get involved now. And it's Mighty Relentless in front. Back to the inside, we have Carson the Kid in hologram. Outside, RJ having fun is coming on strongly, trying to run down Mighty Relentless. RJ having fun on the tail of Mighty Relentless. Mighty Relentless from RJ having fun.
That's one of those times where you're glad you won the trial because the horse you barely beat did not get in.
And then we go to Saturday's Futurity finalists, and it all started on Saturday with a horse that was very strong on the inside. One Valiant Love, race 14.
They're running. At the rail, One Valiant Love came away fast. One Valiant Love being chased by Princess Selena. Center of the course, we have JD Dance Monkey. Then extreme outside, BV Trust in You. But long gone is One Valiant Love. One Valiant Love blew the doors off the field. The Heritage Place Juvenile winner.
So he broke on top and broke good enough to get himself out of trouble and just improved from there. He ran a really nice race, finished strong.
On the rail, too, and this horse seems to just want the lead.
He does. He's a good gate horse, a very smart horse, intelligent horse. He breaks good, and I think that's a big part of it. He gets out of trouble.
Assistant trainer Jed Vane. And Tom, I know that you loved that horse even before the race.
Oh, absolutely. He was in the one hole for the Heritage Place Juvenile. Ran just like that. Not a big horse, but very quick feet.
And on the inside, and now we go all the way to the outside with another strong runner, Midnight Politics.
All settled down. They're running. Midnight Politics fast from the far side. Midnight Politics in front of drifting out. Beth D in the center of the course. Then we have Favorite Talladega in the turquoise cap. And then Believe in Perry. Midnight Politics on a mission to get in. Midnight Politics will win clear from Favorite Talladega. Then Believe in Perry.
And Midnight Politics trainer Jason Olmstead had only 3 horses in the Futurity, and he qualifies Midnight Politics from the outside.
This horse was third in the Heritage Place Futurity, going 350 yards. You can see how much he appreciated the extra 50 yards of the Rainbow Trial.
And then we get to race 11 with Rayanere. Here's Robert.
Little Sniper moving in, set for trial 11 on day 2 for the Rainbow Futurity. They're running. Squeezed back at the start was My Wildest Dream. Rayanari broke sharp toward the outside. Down at the rail is Sting Cartel V, but now here comes Dashingly Valiant and also Lethal Sniper far side. Run Like a Cheetah's trying to get involved, but Rayanari had a great break, and Rayanari's going to score at 3-2. Then Dashingly Valiant. Far side was Lethal.
We had a lot of winners by links this weekend.
Well, they were just so much better than their competition. Rayanare is a horse that had some trouble trips, put it all together, and just won for fun.
Then we go to the Mark Younger's barn in race 12 with Asher.
Locked up, set for the 12th. They're running. Clean break overall. Let's see. Speed for Orange Cap Asher. Asher in front. Along the inside, Gabriel's running big. And then we go back. Yellow Cap Miracles happen. Next comes Eye on a Good Time, but Asher's in front. Asher's going to win. Asher, then Gabriel. And then we have a photo of Eye on a Good Time.
And Tom, Christian Ramos had the win, and Christian has had a fantastic season so far, both thoroughbreds and quarter horses.
This filly, Asher, was a $350,000 buy at the Ruidoso Select Sale. She's got a great story behind her. I think she might do pretty well in the final.
And we got a big racehorse to round out the field on Saturday, King Apache from the Chris O'Dell barn.
To set the gate for trial 9 on day 2 for the Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity. They're running. Good break overall. King Apache speed on the inside. Floating out was Relentless Prize. Sandy Rose now with King Apache. Back along the inside like that Corona Yellow Captain Jones Hero. King Apache battling away from Sandy Rose. Now beginning to edge away. King Apache. Sandy Rose another bid. King Apache holds her off.
Hats off to Sean Hubbard, Ray Willis, Javier Rodriguez. King Apache looks the part.
He is a gritty competitor. Chris O'Dell told me that sometimes he gets mistaken in the morning's training for a cyber attack. And that's a pretty good comparison.
It certainly is. All right, let's take a look at the field to go postward in 2 weeks for the $1 million Rainbow Futurity. It all starts with Dark Enemy on the Friday scroll, you'll see at the top with that great time of 19.611, and One Valiant Love, the top qualifier on Saturday. Out of that field, is there a long shot that you can point to, Tom?
Well, there's probably 3 or 4 that I think might run back good. Scream Machine being one of them. I know this will only be his second lifetime start, but I think he's got a bright future.
That's the field. That'll go postward in the $1 million Rainbow Futurity. Won at one point by a horse by the name of Uncle D. Do you remember Uncle D?
I remember him very well. Good horse.
When we come back, we're going to talk all about Uncle D, who is now standing at stud for the Kavanaugh Quarter Horses and Fran Kavanaugh. We'll visit with Fran in just a moment. This is the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency.
It's the feeling you get when that foal takes his first wobbly steps. The feeling when the gavel drops and you pass the lead. The exhilaration of watching your horse cross the finish line ahead of the pack. It's the highs, the lows, and the hope of racing your next champion. It fuels our passion. At Paragon Farms, horses aren't just our business. They're our way of life. Our yearling prep begins at birth. Each foal is halter broke and led daily. A mutual respect and trust is built right from the start, giving Paragon Farms raised foals a leg up on the competition. We invite you to stop by our shed row during the yearling sales to see what shaping the future of racing looks like at Paragon Farms.
Hey there, horsemen. It's time to revolutionize your barn. Tired of carrying around paperwork, dealing with long trailer lines? Tired of the hours spent tracking temperatures by hand? The answer is in the Hoof Link system, powered by Lip Chip. Simply implant, scan, and unlock. Each scan reveals everything you need to work, compete, and protect your horses. View current paperwork, pre-register for your next event, and even check in on your horse's health. Lip Chip was built by horsemen for horsemen. We know how you ride. The Hoof Link system combines your breeding records, works, and daily check-ins, all stored safely on your smart device. Our technology is designed and assembled right in Texas. We are family, so we treat you like family. It's time to make life at the barn a little easier. The future is here, and the future is Lip Chip. Let her rip, Lip Chip.
Kavanaugh Quarter Horses is proud to own AQHA champion Uncle D. He won the Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity by daylight.
And Uncle D is spurted clear, and Uncle D trying to run away.
Uncle D was the leading freshman sire of sale yearlings at Heritage Place in January. Through 2024, Uncle D's foals are eligible for the $50,000 smart money incentive to open Grade 1 winners. Champion Uncle D, poised to be a difference maker, standing at Lazy E Ranch.
Well, here we are at the 440 Smokehouse here at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack, our new restaurant where you can watch the races trackside and get a great view of the quarter horses and thoroughbreds. And we are joined here today by Fran Kavanaugh. I'm a big fan of you, Fran, for all that you do. Fran not only is a horse owner, but she's also a member of the state legislature back in Arkansas. And politics and horse racing, we have that in common.
Yes, and to make it even worse, I'm a car dealer too. So I mean, I've got it all around.
Well, you sure do. You're in sales, right? That's a good place to be. And how do you enjoy the legislature? That sounds like a very interesting job.
I enjoy it because I'm able to help the people in my district and my constituents. I'm really able to provide service to them, and that's the best thing. And to also improve Arkansas for all Arkansans.
And that's exciting. And also horse racing. How did you get into the horse racing game?
My husband went to a Louisiana sale, came back, said, I bought 3 racehorses. I said, okay.
And put you in charge, huh?
and said, "We're going to do racehorses." I said, "That's fine."
Well, that's great. And we need more folks like you in the racing business. And we're here to talk about a very famous racehorse to Ruidoso Downs who won the Rainbow Futurity, and it's Uncle D. And Uncle D has quite a story, including the very beginning when you came to own Uncle D. Tell us that story.
It was fate, simply. I mean, and I do believe a lot of times things happen for a reason. He was at the Heritage Place sale, yearling sale. We weren't able to be at the first day because our daughter was getting married. We asked Clint, our trainer, go buy this other horse for us. We think we like this horse. It's a good horse. Let's buy it. Well, Clint didn't get it bought. For whatever reason, he didn't hold his hand up the last. And then the next day he went up and said, "Hey, there's this other horse I think you really need to look at. It's this, it's this Corona colt. You need to go look at it." We looked at him and said, "Oh, he's pretty." And Don said, "He's my favorite color. He's a dark bay." I said, "Okay." So we said, "We'll buy it." And so luckily we were the last one standing, and we purchased him, and we knew he was special that day, and he's proved to be special.
Well, he is extremely special. Looking back at that victory in the Rainbow Futurity, you knew all along that maybe this horse had something extra in its speed and character.
Yes, and like I said, when we bought him, we knew he was special just by the mind he had. And when he started working, we thought, he could be special. But when we did the first gate on him, we all looked at each other and said, "Oh, that was chills." So this is a horse. And the story about the Rainbow, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I left Arkansas. It had been a stormy day in Arkansas. I leave, and there's two rainbows that come over as I'm driving out of town at Walnut Ridge, and I call Renee, and I say, "Renee, I just saw a double rainbow. That's got to mean something to us. It's got to mean
The Rainbow Futurity."
Yeah, and so she said, "Yeah," and then of course, the story, we won the Futurity with D, but we also won the Juvenile with Y. So we actually got a double rainbow that day. So again, I say there's a lot of fate goes on in this stuff. And so, I'm a firm believer in that.
There'll never be a day like that ever again.
No, I don't think anybody's done it again. Clint and Renee had won the last three races. They had won the race before with Wagon Chick V. And then we won the Juvenile, and we're like, well, we just blew all our luck we all had right here. We blew it all. And then when D come out and he just shot ahead, like I said, I was quiet through the whole race. I was probably washed out. I was probably white as a sheet. But when he won, I think you could hear me screaming after they said he's broken clear and he's won by daylight. You can hear me screaming.
That's what gets you into horse racing. It's just the thrill of that winner's circle.
Yes. Racehorsing is the highest highs and sometimes the lowest lows. But to watch a beautiful animal go down the track and to do what it wants to do, not forced it to do, it's in its breeding, it's in its blood, and it's in the desire of that animal. There's nothing more beautiful.
Well, that's an awesome story, Fran. Now let's go to the next chapter. Uncle D is standing at stud in Oklahoma. Tell us about that.
He's currently standing at the Lazy E in Guthrie, Oklahoma. This will be his third year standing, so he'll come in 24 will be his third crop of babies.
And I understand he's fairly busy?
Yes, he really likes his new job very much, I will say. I don't know if he likes it as much as running, but he does like his new job, yes.
And there is something special that you came up with that I thought is very interesting. It's an incentive for folks to breed to Uncle D. There's some extra money involved. Tell us about that.
It's called the Smart Money Incentive, and where that came from was a gentleman was talking one day, and he made the comment. He said, the smart money's on Uncle D because of his conformation, his brain, his ability, and his natural ability. So smart money's on D. So when I heard that, I said, oh. So we developed a Smart Money Incentive. So basically, if a foal born in 22, 23, or 24, if they win an Open Grade 1 Futurity or Open Grade 1 Derby, then we will write a check to the breeder, owner, and trainer for $50,000. It's a split between them.
And that especially is your money, which shows us the confidence that you have in your stud horse.
Right. It's our money, and we're putting our money where our mouth is, and we believe in our stud. And I've told people, I said, I hope I write a whole bunch of checks.
Well, I know that Uncle D is going to be highly successful. When do you think we're going to see some of Uncle D's babies here at Ruidoso Downs?
There will be some at the select sale here this year. So there will be several at the select sale, but then I'm sure come next season, they'll be up here at the mountain.
And anyone that owns an Uncle D horse is eligible for this incentive?
Anyone that owns it. So it gets broken down between the breeder, trainer, and owner.
So we're going to be watching for Uncle D racehorses at the sale in the fall.
Yes, there are several that will be there.
Well, Fran, I'm just excited for you and Uncle D's future, and I just wish we had more folks like you in the racing industry because of your passion for the sport.
I think there are more of us than people know, and I think you're going to hear more and more people with the passion to come up and say, hey, this is how I feel about horse racing, this is why it's good, this is why it's special. And I think you're going to find more and more people being able to do that.
Thanks for the visit, Fran.
You're welcome anytime.
And all the best to Fran Kavanaugh and Uncle D standing at stud at the Lazy E Farm in Oklahoma. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Rainbow Derby Finals. This is the Triple Crown Report brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. For the past 4 decades, Granada Farms has been a full-service breeding facility in the quarter horse industry, standing top stallions, including freshman sire Flying Cowboy 123, AQHA champion EC Jet 1, freshman sire Hawkeye, and 2022's leading freshman sire This Is an Eagle, just to name a few. A long-standing tradition of raising and selling quarter horse racing's best, our priority is equipping each individual with confidence and manners, a difference you'll notice when purchasing a yearling from Granada Farms. A pursuit of excellence with a dedication for what is good for the horse, Granada Farms is committed to producing quality Texas-bred horses for the racetrack and the performance arena. Visit granadafarms.com for a full list of stallions and services.
New Mexico offers year-round racing for both quarter horses and thoroughbreds at its 5 tracks. The purses and awards pay out $60 million annually. And this year, there'll be $1 million Futurity for New Mexico-bred quarter horses in Albuquerque. Sunland Park offers a $250,000 thoroughbred Derby and Oaks. Breed your mares in New Mexico and buy at the August New Mexico Bred Sale and the Ruidoso Select Sale Labor Day weekend. The smart money says New Mexico is the place to race.
Royal Vista Ranch, committed to providing first-class service in equine reproduction and proudly standing top sires across the quarter horse racing and Western performance horse industries. With a dedicated team, expert leadership, and state-of-the-art facilities, Royal Vista Ranch specializes in mare care, stallion collection and freezing, sales preparation, foaling services, embryo transfer, and more. Located just 35 minutes south of Oklahoma City in Wayne, Oklahoma, and serving clients around the world, Royal Vista Ranch is ready to help you navigate your path to equine breeding success.
Back to the Triple Crown Report brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. Let's get to the $480,000 Rainbow Oaks. John Steinbaugh has a good-looking filly, Tom, and Fearless Moon.
Fearless Moon looked great, very well bred, put it all together to get that top spot.
Here's track announcer Robert Fox.
We're going to walk in to complete the field for the 6th and final trial for the $480,000 Rainbow Oaks. They're running. Cartel Kisses came away fast. In the yellow cap with the orange and turquoise, Legacy Cartel is going to challenge between them. We have Wolf Creek Senator. On the outside is Fearless Moon. Fearless Moon, Legacy Cartel, Cartel Kisses at the rail, and the Lucky Lady's trying to get involved. Fearless Moon's going to spring the upset. Then a photo of a Lucky Lady and Cartel Kisses. Then
John, you got to be happy about Fearless Moon, top qualifier for the fillies.
Tickled to death. Great mare. Great filly. Run a jam-up good race. Got lucky with the win, but I think she was going to be right there anyway.
And the elements had a big part in the entire day.
Oh, yeah, it was back and forth, the rain, a sealed track, an open track. I got one qualified, Sweet Emmy Lou, on when the track was open in the headwind, and then that filly was on a sealed track in the mud with a tailwind, so who knows.
That's racing.
Yes. Red Osa at its best.
Well, John is exactly right. He said it better than we could about how difficult it was on Sunday to qualify.
I've always said that quarter horse owners are the bravest people in any sport because they accept a lot of things that most people would run away from. It's normal. It happens. You take it, go on.
Absolutely, and that's what you have to have, but you remain passionate about the sport,
yeah.
hoping that maybe your luck will turn.
Break could go your way this time.
Absolutely. All right, Jess and Angel, I thought was very impressive. Mark Younger's had a good weekend. Here's Robert with the call.
For the Rainbow Oaks. They're running. All came away in good order. Jess and Angel speed from the far side with Miss Lethal Beauty. Center of the course was Ms. Delightful Jess. And then back along the inside, she's a Tartan Blues girl. Still Jess and Angel battling away with Ms. Delightful Jess. Jess and Angel in front and pulling away now. Jess and Angel going to wear clear from Ms. Delightful Jess. Then far side was Dynasty.
A nice win for jockey Noe Garcia. Here's a hard-trying filly.
Absolutely. A champion last year, has come back strong, and I think she's going to have a heck of a 3-year-old season, especially as long as she gets to run against fillies.
Here was a bit of a long shot. Easy Money was the winner of its trial race. Take a look.
They're running. Early speed, yellow cap. We have FG Jess. And now, middle of the course, Easy Money now up to take on Little Miss Emma. Then FG Jess trying to keep up outside. Dashing Diamonds trying to put in a late run, but Easy Money has taken command. It's Easy Money. Gonna be Easy Money from Dashing Diamond. Then Little Miss Emma and FG Jess.
I mean, I'll have to be honest with you. We hadn't had rain in almost 2 months, and then it all came at once.
All came at once, like it always does, and right in the middle of trials.
So let's take a look. Here's the lineup for the $480,000 Rainbow Oaks. It begins with Fearless Moon. Trainer John Steinbaugh is double entered, along with Sweet Emmy Lou. Any of these fillies strike your fancy, Tom?
Well, the thing about it is you had 5 come out of one heat, and then you get fast conditions for the finals possibly, so it changes some things around. I still think Jess and Angel is absolutely the horse to beat, but a lucky lady who ran second to Fearless Moon, that was her first start in a while. She could improve off of that.
Now we turn our attention to the $800,000 Rainbow Derby. The elements had everything to do with it. 8 out of the 10 qualifiers made it in the last 2 races.
A lot of rain earlier in the day, then the sun comes out, track starts to dry out. At some point, it gets faster. That happened to be at the end of the day, and there were some very good horses running to take advantage of that.
Including the fastest of the day, Sicario V. Here's Robert.
Middle leg in Quarter Horse Racing's Triple Crown Series for 3-year-olds. Set for the 14th. They're running. Sicario V came away fast, along with Go Diego. Down at the rail, Lethal Viking, Extreme outside Town Peak Senator. And then let's see, go back to Sass Cartel. Sicario V outside Town Peak Senator, inside Lethal Viking. Sicario V down to Lethal Viking and Sicario V. Sicario V. Sicario V. The Hitman hasn't missed a mark this year.
It's pretty interesting to see that the sun was out in race 14, exact opposite of what was going on during the Oaks trials, but Sicario V was pretty tough. And then we get to Cyber Attack, toughest horse on the grounds.
Best 3-year-old in the country. I don't think there's any question about it, and he went about proving it again.
Here's Robert with the call for Cyber Attack, winner of the 15th trial.
Set for the 9th and final trial, the Grade 1 Rainbow Derby, set for the 15th. They're running. Cyber Attack came away well. Chasing AJ did too, and he's going right with him early. Then we have Ghost with the Fire, Citation Extreme outside, then Whirl Away Valentine. Chasing AJ is competing well with Cyber Attack. Then Ghost with the Fire, and the next we have Scorpion Dynasty. Cyber Attack chasing AJ. Cyber Attack! Cyber Attack has upped his game, and they're all going to need an improved firewall to stop him.
He runs hard on his own. You don't have to whip him to death. So that was our main thing, was just to not whip him a lot and kind of let him do it on his own and see what happened. If he broke good. If he didn't break good, then we've got to ride like hell to get there. But I told him hit him a couple times, and then let's handwrite him down through there and try to win the race, and that should get him in, especially after we saw the race before us go so fast. So we were comfortable doing that, and he still ran. I mean, he's not going to let him get by if he can keep from it. He's game.
That's trainer Chris Odell. Interesting strategy not to use the horse as much as they could have.
Great if it works, because it lets you get to the finals without, a real hard race. Can be risky, but certainly Cyber Attack's a good enough horse to get away with it.
And then the only race that didn't happen late in the day was the 8th for Team Wood.
For the Grade 1 Rainbow Derby, set for the 8th. They're running. Hooked and Gone fast. Aristides floated out. Going in a little bit was Tiger King. And then let's see, in the yellow, we have Whiskey Creek and also El Gran Ferrari. And then trying to come on, Heroes Are Famous and Flash Divine. Aristides had the jump on Hooked and Gone. Hooked and Gone is trying to catch Aristides. It'll come down to those two, and I think Aristides beats Hooked and Gone. Then we have Flash Divine.
Well, you see him running alongside Hooked and Gone, a Derby winner himself. Aristides, a little horse, big hearted though, tries every time. If you had a big muscular horse with his heart, you'd really have something.
Okay, let's take a look at the lineup for the $800,000 Rainbow Derby, and there's Sicario V on top, Cyber Attack. Well, what an exacta that's going to be. But there are others in the race, including Chasing AJ.
Chasing AJ,
never misses, never misses a stakes. Hooked and Gone is one that I like as a long shot. And a pretty nice field, Tom.
I think it's an excellent group. Anytime you get horses like Sicario V and Cyber Attack hooking up with a good supporting cast, it's going to be an interesting race.
The Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Kavanaugh Quarter Horse Racing, Royal Vista Ranch, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Lip Chip, and the AQHA. What a great weekend, Tom.
Great weekend. Glad to be here, and I'm glad we were able to do this together right here today.
We'll catch you next week for the Triple Crown Report.